Today's DR lesson, we are focusing on the reading strategy of questioning. We ask questions about a new book because we might not have read it before. We don't understand where it's from. We don't know what's going to happen. So we start to ask these questions. Following the question stems that are on the slide. We can ask open questions where we expect a longer answer, and a closed question that might be a word or a very short sentence. Pause the video now and write down an open-ended question and one closed question. Let's continue. The context of our story today. As you can see, we are still focusing on myths and legends, but today we're going to look at legends from another country. Pause the video now and write down the answers to these 3 questions on a piece of paper. Today we're starting to read Best Loved Irish Legends. It's a little book that I quite like, and I think it'll be really good for us to find out what legends were like in a different part of the world. So this is our author, Ethne Massey, and she still lives in Ireland, in Dublin, and she is a children's writer. Some of the books that she wrote are on the bottom of the screen. Some of the vocabulary you will come across in today's lesson is Ireland, River Boyne, and salmon. And as you can see, Ireland is made up of Northern Ireland and the Republic. The River Boyne is in Leinster. It's 112 kilometers long, and people love fishing for salmon in this river. And then salmon is a common name for several species of ray-finned fish. The name of our story today is The Salmon of Knowledge. Now, usually I will start off with a bit of text to do my think aloud, but today I am wondering who these women are. Why do they look so similar? What is the boy hunting for? And what is their connection? So let's start our little story. Long ago, there lived a boy called Finn who wanted to know everything. His mother got tired of answering his questions, so she sent him to live with 2 wise women. I wonder if the 2 women in the picture are the wise women. They taught Finn many things. Then one day, they too got tired of answering his questions. They sent him to live with the wisest man in Ireland, a man called Finnegas. Now, if you look here at the bottom, it tells us how to pronounce these 2 strange words. Fionn is pronounced as Finn, and Finnegas as Finnegas. How do you think Finn felt when his mother sent him away to strangers? And then they sent him away as well. Pause the video now and write what you think he would have felt. Let's continue. But even he did not know everything. And even he got tired of being asked so many questions by Finn. How can I know everything? Asked Finn. Everything in the whole world. I'm not to tell you that, said Finnegas. Finnegas had a secret. Pause the video and write down what you think his secret was. How do you think it would help Finn in his quest to know everything? Finn did all the jobs around the house for Finnegas. He didn't like the cooking and cleaning, but he loved hunting and fishing. Finnegas often sent him to a fish pool in the River Boyne. Finn liked it there because he could sit in the shade of a huge old hazel tree. He would watch the hazelnuts fall into the water and drift away. Sometimes a silver salmon came up from the depths of the pool and swallowed the nuts. Now, this bit tells me a little bit about the setting of our story today. So we know the setting is in Ireland. We know that Finn loved to go to the River Boyne, and that he usually spent lots of his time sitting under his favourite tree. Then one day, Finn caught the salmon. When Finnegas saw the fish, he became very excited. "Cook it at once," he said, "and don't eat a single bit of it. The fish is all for me." Finn thought that was a bit unfair. The salmon was huge, and he was the one who had caught it. But Finnegas was his master, so he would do as he was told. Pause the video now and write down what other stories you may have read where a child has had a master. You can write down as many as you know of. Right, just coming back to that paragraph at the beginning. I wonder why Finnegas became so excited when he saw the salmon. Now, I know the name of our story is The Salmon of Knowledge. I wonder if that holds the key to Finn's quest. I would like you to answer these questions. If you go to J2 Launch, you will find a worksheet there for you. Alternatively, you can continue to write on the sheet that you have been writing all your answers down and post it on the G Drive to me or on J2 Launch, and I can have a look at your work. So the sentence questions today you have to use is I wonder, how do you think, why do you think, and how do we know? Remember to include open and closed questions in the challenge. Questions you can ask about the text. It needs to be 2 open-ended questions and 2 closed questions. So one of the first questions I'm asking you to answer is, what is the setting of the legend? Why do you think the wise old man Finnegas got tired of all the questions Finn asked him? What secret do you think Finnegas is keeping? And explain why you say that. You can also use evidence from the text to support you. Remember, you can always rewind the video and go and have a look again at the text. And how do you think Finn would become more knowledgeable? I'm looking forward to look at your work later on.